When you've been around as long as Phantom has, you just become a people person. So you want to interview everybody. Now it's time for Phantom Interviews Everybody.
Hello and welcome to the Padres pregame. Yes, it is time for Phantom Interviews Everybody, and I'm Phantom, so that means I'm going to interview anybody. My guests today are pitching coach Nate Kujawski. And Nate, first of all, I'm Phantom. I know you thought I was Stones, but I'm Phantom, and I wish I was Stones at some time. But welcome, my friend.
Appreciate it. Great being up here.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you up here for a couple of days. We finally worked it out. Before I get into your background and stuff, Nate, I want to ask you a little bit about this past weekend, because you guys went up there, first big road trip of the year, went up to Humboldt, dropped the first game, but then came back, lost the second game in extra innings, won the third game in impressive fashion. But for your pitchers, I'm talking particularly coming off that one tough Friday night, really showed out well on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Friday night, not how you would draw it up on paper by any means, but I thought the staff, including the starters on Saturday and Sunday, did a great job responding. You know, Saturday night, tough loss in extra innings. They're the home team,
Sure.
So they did the last at-bat, so don't look too much into that. And then Sunday, once again, got a great starting performance out of Eric Vass, or Saturday with Braden Sharp as well. So thought the staff did a great job responding, and they've been lights out all summer, so they make my job easy.
Yeah, there's one thing that people need to know, I think, about summer ball, which is when you see a well-pitched game, odds are the first guy did fine, but he had a lot of help. So you had guys coming out of the bullpen in both those games really picking them up.
Yeah, definitely. Our bullpen complements our starting pitching so well. We got a ton of depth and kind of do it pro ball style. Well, we'll have three separate guys roll out, one inning apiece. That way,
Yeah.
you know, different looks, different arm slots, all that stuff, and it's been very effective for us this summer.
Well, again, I want to get into your background, but first I want to ask you what I ask. You know, we had Brock Ragatz as a pitching coach here for a long time. He never got anybody out, and so it made sense he was a pitching coach. You were a little bit different. But when you go out to the mound, we talked to Brock a lot, and he would say most of the time he goes out to the mound, it's nothing mechanical ever. It's mostly motivational and stuff like that. Is that kind of the way you look at it too?
Yeah, you know, it definitely depends. You know, some guys, if there's something blaring mechanical that's not something they normally do, you know, it might be a short reminder, hey, stay closed here or something, this or that. But usually I try to put myself in the player's shoes, being a younger coach, being in their position not long ago. I know what it's like to be out there, especially when you're struggling. So more than anything, it's kind of a mental reset. Even sometimes I'll go out there and talk about something not even baseball, just trying to get their minds off it, reset them, get them back in the strike zone. But unless it's something crazy, yeah, it's usually motivational, kind of give the guys a second, regroup, get back in the strike zone.
And you've got a manager with Eli Garcia that was a pitcher himself and a catcher as well
Yeah.
at younger levels. So obviously he sees the game a different way and the same way you do it as a pitcher. So is it good for you as a pitching coach to have a pitcher as the manager so you bounce stuff off? Does he give you autonomy? How does that work out?
Yeah, no, it's been great working with E. You know, we were JUCO teammates. We pitched together on the same staff in college. So it's been great getting to work with him because a lot of our pitching philosophies and ideas are kind of based off what we did in JUCO ball. So we're hand in hand together when it comes to stuff like that, and it's been awesome working with him. And if he sees something, he'll let me know, vice versa, and it's been very effective helping our pitchers out. Because if there's something I miss, I know Eli's got a great eye, being a pitcher himself, that he might pick up on something.
What gives us a good bridge now to go back and talk about your history as a player. Now you talk about meeting Eli in JUCO, so that's Sierra College, right? So
Yes,
how did
sir.
you get to there?
Sierra College, got there kind of randomly, but being out of Denver, Colorado, I wanted to go warm weather no matter what. So
Okay.
I was going to go to Arizona or California. Had some options for Arizona, but Sierra College ended up kind of being one of the better options, and took a leap of faith, and worked out great. Don't regret a thing about it. It was a great experience.
And then how did you go from there to Lincoln?
Stevens.
Just follow Ryan and
Yeah.
follow Eli and everybody?
Yeah, Coach Stevens, being the head guy here for so long and being a Sierra guy, was around a lot. So my sophomore year of college ball, I'd asked Stevens, I said, hey, I'd love to throw for you this summer, and that's how I originally got hooked up with it, Mr. Coach Stevens.
Yeah, he has a lot to do with establishing a culture, and I think Eli is kind of maintaining that culture. You guys, the thing that with Ryan's teams, were they never gave up. They fought to the last second, and they had that incredible chemistry. And I talked to Eli about it a couple of times on the Eli Garcia show, usually heard on Sundays. That seems to be the case this year, too. You guys really hit it off right from the beginning, the entire team.
Yeah, and like you just mentioned, me and Eli both playing under Stevens and being in the Padres organization, Eli more so going way back to when they first started up. That's something that we've been able to incorporate pretty naturally, not forced, just playing here and knowing the culture and environment that we played in, and we enjoyed it so much, so we just try to promote something similar.
And is it the same way when you decided, hey, I'm a pitcher, I'm around Ryan, I'm around these other guys, I think I want to make that transition to coaching?
Yeah,
was it that simple, or was it kind of an accident? How'd that work out?
After I played some independent professional ball, I still wanted to stay in the game, whether that was playing or not playing. And I was fortunate. I coached a 2026 high school travel team last summer with one of my old high school coaches, and I just had a blast doing it, being around the guys every day. So luckily, I found a college home with St. Bonaventure this past spring, and that kind of kick-started the journey.
And are you going to be going back there then?
I am not.
Are you kind of using this? Some players use it to showcase them playing. Are you kind of showcasing as a coach?
Yeah, I would be classified as a free agent portal coach right now myself. Had a great time at Bonaventure this year, but I am in the coaching portal.
Well, last question I'll ask you. I know you've been a pitching coach, a couple of summers now. Nate Kajowski, pitcher. What is one thing that people that are underneath you, they're coming out of that experience and go, this is one thing that Nate really centers in on, really stresses?
Just development, especially whether they're our older guys or our younger guys, our true freshman guys. We've had a bunch of guys like Alkire and Torn were my teammates at one point in time with the Potters, so it's been great working with them. But just development, especially in the summer, whether that be, working on pitches, adding a pitch, but this is the perfect time to work on things as a pitcher, whether that be new pitch, etc. So just trying to give these guys something to take away going to their schools in the falls that they got better on or they honed in their skill a little bit.
Well, Nate, it took us a long time to get you up here, but it was worth the wait, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Great
Thanks for having
talking to
me.
you. Hopefully talk to you again. That's Nate Kajowski. He's our pitching coach here with the Potters. We're back with some baseball right after this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
you can call some mama. I'm sure I handle now, yes, I am. Let's just speak loud in the words, and I'm a man with the greatest fear. Got to knock on me, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I'm gonna prove every word I say. Advertise the love for free, so you can bet your bed with me. So mama, I'm sure I'll handle now, yes, I am. Hey, hard to handle that. Sit baby, here I am, a man all the same. Give me what you want, but you got to bring it home to me. There's a good no love, and then I got a little more in store. When I get the baby throwing it on, know you'll be around for more. Cause mama, I'm sure I'll handle now, yes I am. Yeah, how to handle man. Yeah. Cause of mama, I'm sure I'll handle now, yes I am. Hey, hard to handle that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, hard down. Now, no. Zero for mama, zero for mama. Oh, yeah.
Coming to you live from historic McBean Stadium in the heart of Lincoln, California. It's time for Potters Baseball. Potters Baseball brought to you by Stone's Broadcast Networks. And now let's send it up to the booth, to the legend, Mark the Phantom Lowe.
Thank you, Disembodied Voice, who's also Stones McCoy. And Stones McCoy, first of all, thank you for taking over last Wednesday, bringing the Potters to a win over the West Coast Kings in a game Wednesday night, 11-6. I am back today, and we have a non-league affair between the Potters and the California Tigers to kick us off in the month of July. We have a month full of league games, but this is the last non-league game, and the Tigers come in to take on your Lincoln Potters. The Potters with a record of 20-5 on the season. They will send Russell Pettis out to the mound against the California Tigers, and the Tigers will throw up a lineup that looks something like this on the screen there. Christensen, a familiar name to Potter fans. In center field, Noah Cantor, the catcher. Leffel playing at second base. Cuarte Guzman at first base. Nava, Vassell, Drake, Rattler. He is the Rattler, and Brendan Murphy is the DH. On the mound will be Anthony DeSantis for the California Tigers, and they'll take on a Potters team that lost 2 out of 3 over the weekend to Humboldt. If you heard Nate Kajowski, the pitching coach, who did a great job in our pregame interview, you know, Friday was just a tough day. Saturday goes into extra innings. They lose it by 1, and they come out and they blow them away on Sunday. And he got great pitching from a bunch of pitchers, including Eric Vassar, who did a great job on the mound and got a victory in that game on Sunday. So the Potters at 5-4 in conference play and Pacific Empire League play. They're taking a break today. Then on Friday, it is the 4th of July game. It happens every 4th of July, so we call it the 4th of July game. Tickets probably sold out for that one, but you can check on Potter's website, see if there's any tickets left, as we've got big fireworks after that game. It will be the West Coast Kings in town, so it will be a Pacific Empire League game. And then after Friday, got the weekend off. And next week, midweek series, and it's a big one. It's against the Hillsburg Prune Packers. 3-game series against the Prune Packers, who lead the PEL. Tuesday and Thursday will be right here at McBean Stadium. Get your tickets right now for that one. It's going to be some great baseball. On Wednesday, the Potters will travel to Healdsburg to take on the Prune Packers. And then next weekend, they're on another road trip as they go up to Medford to take on the Medford Rogues. So a lot of action coming up. Not that many home games for the Potters, so make arrangements to get one of these. If you can get in Friday, that would be fantastic. And then next week, Tuesday and Thursday. Here's Chase Christensen. We're ready for some baseball here on a beautiful night out here. Great Tuesday night crowd. It is Bruce Day. Unofficially, it's Taco Tuesday. I've not got confirmation on that. If it is, I'm saying it is. But Brews Day is good enough, $4 off Loomis Basin Brewery products. And so that works good enough for me. I can buy my own tacos after that. That one's lifted high. Mike Christensen out of play, and we are underway here. First pitch somewhere around 6:37 on this Tuesday evening. Christensen from Hawaii Pacific University has played against the Potters on various teams over the past couple of summers. He'll be followed by Noah Cantor and Nathan Leffel. Pettis' next pitch goes inside. And that last game on Wednesday we mentioned earlier, thanks again to Stones McCoy for covering that one. Russell Pettis was the winning pitcher. He is now 2-1 on the season. 17 innings pitched, 16 hits, 7 runs, 23 strikeouts against just 8 walks and a 3.70 earned run average for the right-hander out of Elk Grove, and he sails the fastball in there high for a ball. Elk Grove and Cal State Northbridge for Pettis, 5'9", 175. Brings it up there pretty well, right around 89, 90 miles an hour. Breaking ball swung on and missed, I guess. And I think he's going to be, I think the bat came back and maybe hit the catcher. And he is out on strikes, and a very odd strikeout to start the game. You don't see a lot of strikeouts end with the ball just popping up out of the air and the umpire going. Yeah, I think it was a miss, a swing and a miss, and interference, and all kinds of stuff that happened. But upshot of it is that we have one out, and here's Noah Cantor, the catcher. Down in the dirt. Noah out of University of the Pacific, right-handed hitter against Pettis. After this pitch, Riley, we'll take a look at the defensive alignment for your Lincoln Potters on this Tuesday evening. That's high for a ball, 2-0. Corey Williams, the newcomer, out in left field. Cole Eaton's in center. Aiden Chang moves out to right field. It's Johnson, Story, Griffiths, and Hanson on the infield. Ryan Villanueva is behind the plate. Russell Pettis on the mound. I believe Braden Sharp is our DH today, and I believe that one is lifted out at right field line. Chang giving chase, and it is a fair ball and against the fence. Chang's going to have to run it down. Around second, headed for third is Cantor. The ball's going to come in too late on a hop, and it's a triple for Noah Cantor. It looked like it was going to be a foul ball. Then I thought it might carry all the way out of here, but it hit the fence about halfway up, just barely fair down the right field line. And right away, the Tigers are threatening with the first hit of the game, a triple by Noah Cantor, and Nathan Leffel will be the hitter out of Los Madonnas College down in, I believe, Pittsburgh, California. So here is Nathan Leffel playing out at second base for the Tigers. Anyway, Braden Sharp, I believe that's Braden Sharp's mom and grandma who are in the best seats in the house, thanks to R.C. Willie and Sidney, who put him there. Swing and a miss, 0-1. I always like it when players' parents come out from wherever, and Braden from the Woodlands, Texas. So that's quite the jaunt. It's not a weekend trip. Lifted high down the left field line, out of play. Down toward the kid zone, which has been pushed all the way out even on the left field line, or out the fence level, as the former spot is now a food court with Sabores de Mexico and Fat Cat and the Potter's own stand, all kinds of stuff. 0-2 coming up, swing and a miss. You're going to have to, tag was not made, so he'll have to go down to first base to get the out. Holding the runner at third is Ryan Villanueva. And 2 outs, and that brings up Alon Corate Guzman, wearing number 33. Out of Cosumnes River College, the Hawks. Big left-handed hitter with Cantor still down on third base, so a triple and a couple strikeouts in the inning got us here. And Guzman, Alec Nava on deck. A little squibber out in the left field coming on. He's going to make the catch. Nice job by Corey Williams out in the left field. Didn't know if he saw it at first, but he makes the catch. No runs on the hit, and they left one. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Tigers, nothing. Potters coming to bat.
You are Labor is Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And
bottom of inning number one, Anthony DeSantis, the right-hander of Benoit State, is on the mound for the California Tigers. He'll face Brett Griffiths, and he'll be followed by Cole Eaton. There's Jason Hansen, Aiden Chang out in right field today. Braden Sharp, the DH. Corey Williams making his debut. Everett Johnson from UC Davis, the third. Villanueva and Zach Story rounds out the Potters lineup as Griffiths fouls one back to the screen. And he is 0-1. Brett from Sacramento, Jesuit High School, American River College, and now Ball State University, batting at .225. Has a home run, has driven in 5 runs, and has 9 runs scored for the Potters this summer. His second season as a Potter. Takes the fastball, and it is outside for a ball, 1-1. Santos is right around 83 miles an hour on that one. Cole Eaton and Jason Hansen will follow Brett here in the bottom of inning number one. Griffiths takes outside, 2-1. Good crowd out here on a Tuesday night. Not many chances to see your Potters the first part of this month, just Friday and then 2 games next week before they go down to, or go up to Oregon. And then we got a bunch of games coming up in the late part of July. That's outside again, 3-1. But we got the Prune Packers coming in next week, and then after visiting the Rogues, we'll have the Rogues come in as well. So still a lot of action. The Pacific Empire League season about a third of the way through. Potters at 5-4. Griffiths takes inside ball 4. So Brett goes down to first base, and then I'll bring up Cole Eaton. Cole at .231 on the year. Not that many at bats for Cole. He's out of Elkhorn, Nebraska, and TCU. Has a run batted in. He scored 4 times for the Potters. After this pitch, Riley will put that defensive alignment for the California Tigers as Griffiths getting a good lead at first base. Noah Cantor behind the plate. That is outside for a ball. Drake in left field, Christensen in center, Jimmy Radler over in right, Nava, Vassal, Leffel, and Cuarte Guzman at first base. Noah Cantor behind the plate, and Anthony DeSantis is our pitcher for the California Tigers. They come by every summer to take on. They also have been in the West Coast World Series a couple of times, I think, as well. There's a chopper. That's going to be a tough play. Third baseman cuts it off. He goes to first and gets him at first. That's a nice play by Alec Nava at third base. Had to wait till it came down, and he did so and made a strong throw over to first and got eaten by half a step. Griffiths will move to second base. Get him in scoring position for Jason Hansen, who has the average up to 327 with 8 RBIs and 22 runs scored for the first baseman out of Roseville, California. And to UC Davis. Look out, that is behind him and missed him. Thankfully, 1 ball and no strikes. Almost hit the bat, though. You got to bring that bat down. You're mostly thinking about your own survival, but you have to bring the bat down, too. We've seen that hit the bat and go into field of play. We've seen it all out here, Riley, haven't we? 8 summers. Well, you weren't here all 8 summers. You were probably in high school when we started this. In the dirt, nice block by Cantor. So you would have been, right? So that would have been 2018? Yeah, you were in high school. When did you graduate? 2020. Oh, tough break right there, huh? Yeah. Did you graduate from the university of your bedroom and just have to sit there? Well, yeah. That's my son graduated from college in the same way. Just had to finish from the university of the upstairs bedroom on the computer. That's a nice looking pitch by DeSantis in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike on Jason Hansen. Aiden Chang on deck, and then Braden Sharp for the Potters. Thanks again to Nate Kajowski for being our pregame guest on a segment that Stone's names Phantom interviews everybody, but I don't think it's everybody. As many as I can. That's in the dirt. Nice job by Cantor again to keep that one from going back to the backstop. 3-1 now on Jason. That one is right down the middle again, 3-2. Sierra College administrators and staff and faculty are in the VIP area tonight down the first base line in the Kiln. They always have a great time when they come out here. Usually we get a couple of them in the dizzy bat race. By the 6th inning, they're feeling no pain, those Wolverines. So 3-2 on Jason Hansen. Brings and fouls it back to the screen, hits the net, which rattles our camera and makes Riley very exasperated. Riley, there's your favorite couple of all time. 2 people, 4 hands, 4 beers. He does not like it if you go to get beer and you come back. If there's an open hand when you go to the concession stand and return, Riley does not like you. Oh, no. Yep, you're right. Just when I thought we had it figured out. 3-2 swung on a miss. Got him on a high fastball. First strikeout for DeSantis here in the first inning. And with Griffiths at second and now 2 outs, here comes Aiden Chang, who has been low-key having a great summer. Aiden out of Roseville, California, Mount Marty University. He's batting .400 with the home run, 12 runs batted in, 11 runs scored. Part of that catching platoon. Also, he's taking on the outfield. He's in right field tonight. So Aiden looking for RBI number 13, but now 2 outs here in the first inning. That's a nice looking off-speed pitch, and Chang lets it go. It's in the corner for a strike. 0-1. Tino Vassell, the shortstop, shading over so Brett Griffiths can't get too far off at second base. Leaving a little bit of a hole there in the short. Griffiths, and now I thought they had it timed, but the shortstop said, I don't think so. So we'll just reset and do it all over again. Bottom of the first, no score here from McBean Stadium. Beautiful night for baseball as Chang fouls it down the third baseline. Unofficially, first pitch, I had it at 95 degrees. It was not 95 miles an hour, but it was, it was up there. There you go, Riley. 2 hot dogs, 2 hands. You're all about efficiency is what you're about. Plus, you like to see people with food because that means it might give you some. Oh, you haven't had your pizza yet tonight, have you? Oh, you're miserable. No wonder you look all glum over there. Chang hits it out. A little squibber. Pitcher's off the mound. DeSantis throws it to first. And Blue first, and he is out at first base. A nice tag over there by Guzman on Chang going by. So no runs. 1 left for the Potters. We go to the second inning. Potters nothing, Tigers nothing.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Top of the second inning from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low here along with Riley the engineer. Willie Preston, of course, holding down his usual spot. I think it's who's over there. Lucas today and Brielle are working point streak and track man. Check swing on Nava. He swings for strike 1. I think it's a good time to revisit our Potters intern rankings. We haven't really made too much of an issue out of them this year because we have a very tough race. I mean, you can be first one day inside the Nava, and you could be 6th the next day. They're very changeable. I think really Luke Statwalker is the only guy who's been in the top 2 for most of the season. He did go down to 3rd for just a couple of days. Breaking balls hit foul. So at 6 right now is Spencer for hire. Now Spencer, kind of annoying sometimes, so he loses points, but he's also the greatest program seller in the history of the Potters. He's the guy who stands at the gate and goes, "Program, get your program." And for all I'm told, he's very good at it. Swinging a miss, Nava's out on strikes for the first out here in the second inning. So he's at number 6 right now because he's kind of annoying one time and was complaining about how hot it was or something. Number 5 is Lux, who's another on-field MC, and she does a great job. Just, it's in the rotation, and right now she's 5th, but she's got a lot of chances to move on because people who do the on-field stuff between innings have a lot of chances to move up because we have a lot of criterion for them to do so. Number 4, surprisingly, as Tino Vasquez comes to the plate and takes a strike, is Voldemort, a.k.a. Brendan. Or is it Brandon? Brandon. Anyway, who cares? He's Voldemort. Somehow he's gotten out of 6th place. Swing and a miss. Mostly because he did a good job as the last strike guy like 2 weeks ago. He really did a fine job. Otherwise, he's just really annoying, and it takes all I can do not to put him like 9th, and there's only 6. But I do my best. 1 and 2. 3rd right now is Brielle, who's she is probably the best at she runs another of the on-field MCs for the most part, although today she's up here doing the track man. So I like that. I like doing a lot of different things, a swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in a row for Pettis here in the second, and Lucas Drake will be the hitter. But for the most part, she runs the on-the-field games, and she runs the bat spinning, which is Riley and my favorite. The ruling is if somebody's doing the bat spin and they lurch onto the field or into the fence by the dugout, then you move up automatically 1 spot in the rankings. If they both do it, you move up 2. Now, I think she's had people actually run into each other. Or maybe that was Sydney. There's another strike from Pettis. So she has moved up a lot. So Brielle at number 3, and that's very changeable. Number 2 is our guy, Luke Stoutwalker. He's pretty much a rock right up at the top. He just does his job. And when you need something, he comes through with it. He's a pleasant enough fellow. You know, pleasant enough. I don't know if he's pleasant. He's pleasant enough. But he just has himself in the number 2 spot. And number 1 is Sydney, who has really benefited from a lot of the mic work on the field, and she's done a great job. And, again, she has run some of those bat spinning contests, and there's been carnage, and that really helps your ranking. So there's our rankings right now as Pettis delivers what I thought was a strike, but was a little bit outside. So 2 outs here in the second inning, and Lucas Drake is our hitter, the left fielder out of Sac City College. Check swing. Good job taking that one for a ball. So to recap, Sydney's on top, then Luke Stoutwalker, Brielle, Voldemort, Lux, and Spencer for hire. That's our intern rankings. Our non-intern rankings, Elena is still on top. Carson was second, but he's moved down because he's not here because he had to go to a wedding. There's a ground ball to third base. Everett Johnson, the throw to first, and pulls the first baseman off, and safe at first base is Lucas Drake. Johnson with that throw all the way almost from foul territory. He'll be charged with the error, allowing Drake to reach first base. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Jimmy Radler. So Ray Garcia has moved up to the number 2 spot. Brock Raggets is fighting out for the number 3 spot along with Carson. Then, of course, Jordan Georgeson and Jason Riviello, former player and intern at the same time, which was a tough one. So he's moved over into last place on the non-intern rankings. He also comes out and does some photography out here and wears like 6 media badges to tell you that he's a photographer. We've got a dueling dogs batter here, so if he strikes out, Jimmy Radler, he will allow everybody to go get 50% off dueling dogs at the Brick and Barrel backyard. Jimmy's also out at Simmons River College. He's out in right field for the California Tigers. And he lifts that one out to right field. Chang is circling it over into foul territory and makes the catch in the bullpen. So an error, but 1 left, but no run scored. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Tigers nothing, Potters nothing.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Bottom of the second inning from McBean Stadium. The Potters will send up Braden Sharp, Corey Williams, and Everett Johnson against Anthony DeSantis, who struck out one, gave up a walk in the first inning. Sharp is our DH, 143 on the season, 1 home run and 3 runs batted in. Braden with mom and grandma in the best seats in the house right beneath the press box here with a very good angle to see him hopefully double his home run total. Out of the Woodlands, Texas. Line drive. What a play at first base by Guzman, robbing a base hit from Braden Sharp. Just an incredible play by Alon Cuarte Guzman. The big glove, the big arm, and he made it work for him. And a ball that was probably headed down to the right field corner, and that'll bring up Corey Williams, his debut out of Elk Grove, California, and UC Davis. Corey playing out in left field today for the Potters. Pops that one up in the center field. Knocking his glove is Christensen, and it stays up for a long time, but eventually has to come down. And Corey is out on a fly ball to center field. So a quick inning so far for Anthony DeSantis. And here's Everett Johnson, the third baseman out of UC Davis. He is also out of Sonoma, California. And hitting at 267 on the year is Everett Johnson. He scored 3 runs. He's driven in 4. Big right-handed hitter against DeSantis. Takes outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here, bottom of the second inning. The last non-league game for the Potters this summer as they begin July with the California Tigers. Hit high in the air to center field and hit well. Going back is Christensen. Now he's got a beat on it. And that one also has to come down, and it does. So a quick inning for DeSantis. We go to the third. All tied, no score.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more.
Top of inning number 3, it will be Brendan Murphy, the DH, and the top of the order, Christensen and Cantor for the California Tigers. Russell Pettis out there with 4 strikeouts already. Luke Stoutwalker gave me that stat, hoping it would bump him up in the rankings, but not so easy, am I, Mr. Luke Stoutwalker, but still appreciate the knowledge as Pettis with 4 strikeouts. He's given up 1 hit. That was a triple to Cantor back in the first inning. Murphy hits that one into the screen to our left, 0-1 on Brendan Murphy out of Sac City College. Left-handed hitter, batting in the number 9 spot. He is the DH for the California Tigers, and he swings and misses at that one, tailing away at 88 from Russell Pettis. Beautiful night for baseball out here. It'll be a beautiful night on Friday as well. It should be a little cooler as we'll anticipate a full house for 4th of July and fireworks. Hopefully you got your tickets already for that one. If not, I'll try to convince Riley to put the fireworks display on the screen. I do my best. I try. That's all I can do. But we will be here on Stone's Broadcast Networks and Lincoln Potters Baseball on the YouTube. And we thank you for following along. We ask you to subscribe so you don't miss a game to either or both of those fine channels. Fouled off. That one back to the screen again, and really messing up the camera out there, Riley. You got to do something about that. Maybe you go stand there in front of it and take the ball off your body like a catcher. I like that. I like that a lot. It's been a great season as far as the that one misses. As far as the turnout out at the ballpark and a turnout on our YouTube channels, as we've got good numbers on both. Bringing the game to as many people as we can, either on site or remotely. Kind of what we do, I guess, when you think about it, which I never do. 2-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off at the plate. So Murphy stays alive, 2-2 with Chase Christensen on deck. Next week, Tuesday and Thursday, it's the Healdsburg Prune Packers in town for their first visit of the summer. Always a great rivalry between the two squads. Had the PEL playoffs last year between the two teams. Ground down on the first base foul. Potters with the miraculous comeback in the bottom of the ninth to win game 1, and then fell in games 2 and 3 as the Prune Packers took home the title. Fouled again. Those two games will be 6:35 Tuesday and Thursday. Now on Friday, 6:05 will be our start because it's a fireworks night. So if you're coming out or if you're watching from home or wherever, 6:05 is the first pitch on Friday against the West Coast Kings. That is a Pacific Empire League game, as will all the games for the remainder of the summer. Swing and a miss. Finally, Brendan Murphy is down on strikes. 5th strikeout for Pettis. I'll say that before Luke can tell me that stat. And that'll bring up Chase Christensen, who struck out his first time up. Christensen coming to us from Hawaii Pacific University. Already with a couple of putouts out in center field. Back in the bottom of the second inning. He watches that one go outside. 1-0. Good to see the parking lot Potters. A couple of them anyway down there. Pettis delivers them. That's ball down low. Is swung on and missed though, so it's 1-1. Tom and Don down there with their Expos blue Potters jerseys with the orange writing on it. That is 2-1. Really great crowd out here for Tuesday night. Potters haven't been in town since last Wednesday, so people getting their Potters picks out here. And again, only one more game this week, and it's on Friday. Chopper out to shortstop, handled by Zach Story across the line. Diamond to first base, Jason Hansen with the catch, and the second out is recorded here in the top of inning number 3, and Noah Cantor was the hitter. Noah tripled down the right field line back in the first inning. Just inside the line, halfway up the fence, almost got it out of here right at the 3:14 sign. Not able to score, though, as Leffel struck out and then Guzman flied out. So up here this time with nobody on and 2 outs, and takes a strike. Pettis 2-1 on the season, 3.70 ERA, 23 strikeouts against 8 walks, so that's 28 strikeouts currently. That one down low, though, so it's 1-1. Ryan Villanueva behind the plate for the Potters out of Brea, California. He, I believe, will lead us off. Yes, he will lead us off in the bottom of the third, followed by Zach Story. Chopper fouled down the third base line, almost handled in front of the Tigers dugout, but they did not make the play, so Everett Johnson will have to go run it down. So the count is 1-2 on Noah Cantor, the catcher out of UOP. We're in number 44. Headed up the middle. Story has it on a big hop. Zach to first. And he got him. Jason Hansen with the fine stretch. Very balletic over there by Jason Hansen. And that's the end of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Potters nothing, Tigers nothing.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
And we are ready for the bottom of the third from McBean Stadium. I'm Mark the Phantom Low. That's Riley the engineer. Jack, former intern, who was at the top of the charts in his year, just came in and hung out with us for a second. So they always come back. All the interns come back. Even Luke Stoutwalker will come back. He says he won't, but he will. Villanueva takes the strike. Brian at 219 with a home run. 10 runs batted in for the Potters this summer out of Brea, California, and Fullerton College. He's followed by Zach Story and then Brett Griffiths against Anthony DeSantis, who delivers another strike, who had a very quick second inning, had a line out, a great play by Guzman at first base, then 2 fly balls at Christensen in center in short order. And Anthony got to go sit down early. Popped up, left side. Shortstop goes out. Drake comes in left field. Follows it and makes a very difficult catch. Lucas Drake battling the sun out in left field and doing a good job to record the first out here in the third inning and bring up Zach Story. Out of Orland, California, I believe. Yes, he is in UC Davis, Mr. Zach Story. 125 so far for the Potters. 4 RBIs, 7 runs scored for Zach. He's up here trying to start something. In a game we haven't seen a lot of fireworks except for the Cantor triple. And Zach takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Swings and misses at the off speed from DeSantis. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one is in there for a strike. We're talking about the Prune Packers coming to town next week on Tuesday and Thursday. That's the 8th and the 10th. And after that, the Potters are not home again until the next Wednesday when they host the Solano Mudcats on July the 16th. So you want to get your tickets. Not a lot of games over the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. You want to see you out here. Again, Friday, probably sold out, but next week, great baseball between the Potters and the Prune Packers on Tuesday and Thursday, both of those games at 6:35. Story hits it sharply down to the third. Backhanded well by Nava across the diamond. That's a real nice play by Alec Nava. His second of the day, and 2 Potters are out here in the third inning. And the top of the order is Brett Griffiths. He'll come up to the plate. Brett with the walk, his first time up, out of Ball State, formerly from America River College, the Beavers. We did their games for, well, did baseball, I think, for 4 seasons. Brett was only there 2. He's not there 4. Hit sharp ground ball into the hole, into left field, a base hit. So the Potters are on the board with the first hit off DeSantis. It's a single by Brett Griffiths. He's on for the second time, and with 2 outs, that'll bring up Cole Eaton. Cole hit a slow chopper down to Nava back in the first inning, and Alec made a good play on that one as well. Eaton at 231 so far. Not a lot of at-bats for Cole. Out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. Cole out in center field for the Potters tonight. He's followed by Jason Hansen. Griffiths, another good lead. He's going. Pitch is hit down the right field line. It's slicing foul, and it will be in the bullpen as Griffiths got to third, but the rules say he has to go back now, Riley. He doesn't get to stay over at third, and Riley goes, yeah, I know baseball. Back when you started, I could have talked you into the fact that he could have been allowed to stay at third, but now you're way too wise for me. You've really got it figured out. Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered something. Today's Tuesday. That means relaxing with Riley. You better come up with something, buddy, because it's almost the 4th inning. I'll give you one more half inning. You can do it in the 5th. We've had the Sea of Thieves or whatever, the pirate game, and then we had VR volleyball, which I thought was a huge hit, massive hit last week. But now, I forgot about it until just now. But yeah. Eaton hits one to right field, short right field. Coming on is Rattler, still coming on. The second baseman goes out, and the second baseman makes the catch. That's a real nice play by Leffel from second base. So the Potters get hit, leave one. We go to the 4th. Potters nothing, Tigers nothing.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer.
Russell Pettis takes the mound in the top of the 4th inning. He'll face Nathan Leffel, then Alan Quiarte Guzman, and Alec Nava. That is 3, 4, and 5 for the Tigers. Leffel struck out his first time up, the second baseman, with a fine defensive play to end the top or the bottom of the 3rd. Swings and misses at that one. He is down 0-1. Nathan out of Los Madonnas College. Leading off here in the top of inning number 4. Swings and misses, another off-speed pitch by Russell Pettis. And he gets out in front. That's Michelle, who's our house player coordinator. She gets places for the players to stay when they come out for the summer. It's her birthday today, so happy birthday, Michelle. She got one of those Sundays, Riley. Those look so good. Hope she got that one gratis. I mean, it's her birthday and everything. I would say free Sunday on your birthday. I don't think that's a bad idea. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Noah Leffel. Check swing, I don't think he went. He did not go. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top of inning number 4. No score so far between the Potters and the Tigers. Just one PEL game tonight. It's the West Coast Kings visiting the Solano Mudcats. Chopper out towards short. Story, big hop right over his head into left field. A bad hop, base hit for Leffel. Story was measuring that one perfectly. Took a big hop, but then it took a bigger hop. And it finds its way into left field for the base hit. Kind of a half bad hop, half sun in his eyes. And Carte Guzman's the batter. Alon flew out to left field his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. He comes to us from Consumers River College. Second hit for the California Tigers. That one of the bad hop variety. Maybe big hop variety would be better. That's in the dirt. Nice block by Ryan Villanueva behind the plate. 1 ball and no strikes on Guzman, who made a tremendous defensive play himself back in the second inning to rob Braden Sharp of extra bases on a line drive down the line. Pettis goes over to first base to try to keep Leffel close. That one's fouled back to the screen. Evens it up at 1-1. So next Tuesday, when the Prune Packers are in town, it's $2 general admission, which is tremendous. And then on Thursday, I just heard from Willie, it's like Thirsty Thursday, $1 beer. Not every beer is $1, but there is $1 beer available at the Brick and Barrel backyard. Swinging a foul ball. I'm not saying every beer you go, say, give me that beer for, there's a prescribed beer that's on tap that you get for $1. Last time, Raleigh, how many of those beers were sold on Dollar Beer Night, Thirsty Thursday? 635 is exactly correct. So it's a very popular promotion, and it was only by 71 people, so that's crazy. Outside for a ball. So, yeah. So you get to see the Prune Packers, and you get $1 beer. Or come Tuesday, you get $2 general admission. So there's a lot going on next week, a lot going on this week. Friday, of course, the West Coast Kings are here at 6:05 for the 4th of July game. A Pacific Empire League game. Sometimes it's a league game, sometimes it's not on the 4th of July. Scheduling can be a problem, but we got the West Coast Kings to come to town this year. Grounder out towards shortstop. Story has to come up. He's going to flip it to second. Griffith to first. He didn't get him. Tough play. Good job by Griffith trying to turn that one, but just a little bit too slowly hit to try to get 2. Leffel is out at second base. It's a fielder's choice for Guzman. He'll take over at first, and Alec Knob will be the hitter. Alex struck out his first time up. Comes to us from, uncommitted is what he comes to us from, which I don't believe is a college. I believe it means he doesn't have a college choice yet. Check swing, I think he went around. He did. It has nothing to do with guys not being able to commit, anything like that. It's just he hasn't made his college choice yet. He is 0 for 1 so far tonight. Has a couple of nice plays at third base. Hits that one into center field. That could drop in front of Cole Eaton, and it does for a base hit. So Navas singles to center. 2 hits in the inning for the Tigers. 3 hits in the game, and that'll bring up Tino Vassell, who struck out his first time up. He's out of the University of San Francisco, left-handed hitting shortstop. And the Tigers have got somebody in scoring position. For the second time in 4 innings, they had Cantor at third after his triple back in the first. And now Guzman at second, and at first Alec Nava with Vassell at the plate. Swings and misses left side, 0-1. Just some stretching in the Potters bullpen, no activity as of yet. Last Wednesday, Pettis went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, a run, walked 2, struck out 5 against the West Coast Kings. And he delivers a strike right there at 88, 0-2. Lucas Drake to follow. In the dirt, popped away from Villanueva, pops out in front of him, and Potters will have to chase that one down. The wild pitch will allow second and third now and take the double play out of the possibilities, at least the normal double play out of the possibilities, with Vassell up here trying to put the ball in play to get a run in for his ball club. That's what the Tigers had in the first inning when they had Cantor at third base in less than 2 outs, but Level struck out and then Guzman flied out. Now we've got Vassell up here with Guzman at third and Nava at second. And Pettis will go back to the windup for the 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt, and this time Villanueva keeps it right in front of him and saves 90 feet. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just misses outside. Runs the count full with Drake to follow, then Jimmy Radler. Pettis 3-2 pitch upcoming. Left-hand hitting Vassell. Hits it well to right center field. That is going to be down for a base hit. Bounces up against the screen and went over and hit the net and came back. It's a ground rule double. That'll score both runs. And the Tigers have taken a 2-0 lead as Vassell delivers the 2-run double here in the 4th inning. Third hit of the inning, which started out with a bad hop base hit. Then Nava single and now the Vassell double on the 3-2 pitch, and it brings up Lucas Drake. Had him 1-2, and he came back 3-2, so Vassell worked the count around to his favor, and he took the 3-2 pitch and drove it into right center field. One hop over the fence out there. There's a pop-up into short right field. Coming on is Chang. He will make their catch on the run. Runner at second base will stay put as Drake is flied out for the second out here in the 4th inning and brings up Jimmy Radler. Jimmy, the right fielder, is the dueling dogs batter, but more importantly, he's up here with a runner at second base and 2 outs. Out of Consumers River College, Jimmy flied to right his first time up, wearing number 14 for the California Tigers. They got the blue shirts, they got the white pants, the white numbers, very conventional. Potter's wearing their orange today. Vassell still at second base. He's got a lot of room out there. A swing and a miss from Radler. Both Griffiths and Story kind of playing away from second base. Now Brett kind of moves a little bit closer to keep Vassell close to second, but he still is off quite a ways. 0-1 coming up to Radler. That's strike 2. Nice breaking pitch. 0-2 to Jimmy Radler. Brendan Murphy would be next, the number 9 of the DH. Potter fans have seen the Tigers score 2 times here in the 4th, and at least they can get 50% off dueling dogs out of the deal. Not too much to ask, is it? There's a line drive on one hop to short. Story to first in the dirt, throws it away, and we're going to get another run come in. Hustling into second base is Radler. He is safe at second base. So that is an unearned run. Second Potter's error of the day. Going all the way to second will be Radler. Tigers have scored 3 times here in the inning, and that will bring up Brendan Murphy, the designated hitter. Ball was not hit hard. Story tried to get it on the run, throw it to first base. Wide, Hansen couldn't track it down. Got to it and almost got Radler at second, but Jimmy was really busting it, and he went in head first and was safe. And here's Murphy. Murphy struck out his first time up back in the 3rd inning. The Tigers have put 3 up on the board here in the 4th inning. Murphy takes down low, ball 1. See, that's why we need a new scoreboard, Riley. They have a 4 up for the Tigers in this inning, but they have a 3 for the total for the Tigers. But they've scored 4 times this inning, but they only have 3. They only have 3. It's a scoreboard thing. A balk called by the umpire as Pettis stepped off after Story was coming in to get behind the runner, and then Pettis stepped off. The balk was called immediately, and going to third is Radler. 1 ball and no strikes. So basically whatever could go wrong is going wrong for the Potters here in the top of the 4th. Chopper fouled on the third base line. Ground ball down the first base line. Nice stop by Hansen. Sitting down, throws it at first, and Pettis covering makes the play. So Jason Hansen with a web gem. But the Tigers score 3 times. We go to the bottom of the 4th. They lead it 3-0.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project.
Bottom of inning number 4. Tigers score 3 times. They lead it 3-0. It'll be Jason Hansen, Aiden Cheng, and Braden Sharp against Anthony DeSantis. That's in there for a strike. Riley, I don't know. We were talking about, relaxing with Riley, and you're telling me that you really haven't done much relaxing because every time you're trying to make plans with your buddies, they always ghost you. They always just abscond on you and leave, which I find very depressing. But even more depressing is your dad sends a text and says you might want to ask Riley about buying his first car, which is a good topic, but then he starts to rip you and talks about all the stuff that you don't like to drive on the freeway, you don't like to do this, you don't like to do that. I thought it was a pretty harsh tone by Dad. You didn't want to buy a big car because you thought the engine made it too showy and stuff like that, which I'm with you on that. I like your car. That is a ball. But, Dad's giving me all the ammo to go after you. I kind of like it. But I would never do that. But you did take a kind of a prolonged, you abstained from driving for quite some time there until we got you back behind the wheel. Lifted high out of play by Jason Hansen. I remember, when you were starting to do this, you didn't drive, and now you got that car out front. You park it right out front, proudly. Hansen takes ball 4 and gets the base on balls. DeSantos issues his second walk. He's only given up 1 hit through 3+ innings, and now Aiden Chang will be the hitter. And there will be a managerial visit as we have warming up in the bullpen for the, it's like number 41. That is Darrell Johnson. DeSantos has not thrown a lot of pitches here. He does have 2 walks. He's only given up 1 hit. He's struck out 1. He's got, especially the second inning was a very quick inning. Didn't probably throw 10 pitches in that inning. But you never know what the pitch count is for these guys in the summer ball. So here is Aiden Chang, who grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. He is 0 for 1. He does have a home run in the season. Came in at 400. There's the chopper right back to the pitcher again. DeSantos is going to have to go to first, and he'll get Chang by a step. So the ground ball big chopper back to the pitcher. DeSantos makes the play. Looked at second, but Hansen almost already there, so Jason is at second base. And Braden Sharp will be the hitter. He was robbed of extra bases his first time up by Guzman down at first base with a tremendous catch of his line drive. And so he'll come up here for his second try against DeSantos. Braden does have a home run on the season. And Mom and Grandma are in the best seats in the house. They're out to watch him. In this one, fouls that one back to the screen. Left-handed hitter out of the Woodlands, Texas. And he is now at Rice University. He was Tennessee, went poor, now he is at Rice University. The Owls up here with a chance to put the Potters on the board. They trail it 3-0. That is call strike 2. I do find this disturbing, though, that you won't park your own car in the McBean parking lot because you don't want it to get hit by a foul ball, but you park your mom's car there all the time. I find that to be, that's a pretty damning piece of evidence by Dad on that one. That one, you don't do that. You don't do that against the boss. I call her the boss. You do not do that to the boss. Sharp takes it down low. Nice block by Noah Cantor behind the plate. Keeping Hansen at second base. 1-2 now on Sharp. There's no, you can't have any defense against that. I'll give you, if you want to defend yourself, I'll give you a chance next half inning, but it'll be tough. DeSantis ready to deliver 1-2 to Braden Sharp. Check swing, did he go? I don't know, but the ball went back to the screen. So Hansen's found his way around to third base. Braden Sharp still up at the plate with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Looking for his 4th RBI of the season, and more importantly, to get the Potters on the board here as Corey Williams, the newcomer, the left fielder, is on deck. Swings and misses. Sharp is down on strikes. So a big strikeout right there for DeSantis. 2 outs here in the 4th. Just his second strikeout, and it'll bring up Corey Williams, who flied out to center field his first time up. Out of Elk Grove, California, and UC Davis. That is a ball, 1-0. Just a little bit too low from DeSantis. I got to think that this is probably going to be his last inning, as he's got Johnson warming up. He's already had a visit from the manager this inning. That's in the dirt as well, 2-0. Cantor doing a good job behind plate, keeping that one in front of him. Everett Johnson is the next Potters hitter, the third baseman, who fly deep to center his first time up. That is outside, 3-0. Corey wearing number 15, which was worn for the first part of the summer by Jake Lavin, who was a tremendous addition to the Potters out here while he was here out of Laguna Beach, California, UC Berkeley. And that is ball 4. Jake also got a lot of walks, and so Corey is keeping the tradition going in that way. So now with 2 on, first and third, and Everett Johnson coming to the plate. Fly deep to center his first time up. Everett hitting .267, looking for that first home run. He's driven in 4 runs, scored 3. Ryan Villanueva in the on-deck circle for the Potters as Noah Cantor asks for time from the umpire and brings everybody together. Maybe, well, they're not giving him more time to warm up because I think Johnson is already warm. He's already come back from the bullpen, but we're going to talk about what happens if Corey Williams takes off from first base, the old double steal situation, what they're going to do. Umpire says, I don't mind you talking about it, fellas, but can we just speed it up a little bit in here? I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to throw it to second. You'll cut it off, and if he goes from third to home, you'll throw it back in. Okay? All right. Thanks, ump. Now Vassell at shortstop and Leffel at second are talking to each other like, can you believe the umpire told us to do that? Anything to get the game going, fellas. Anything to get the game going. So here's Johnson. Let's see if Williams is going. He is. Throw to second base, they're running all the way through, and he is safe, but not being able to advance as Hansen. So the stolen base is Williams. I had that one almost figured out, but they didn't cut it off. And probably good because Hansen showed no inclination that he was going to take off for the plate as Cantor gunned the ball down to second base. The pitch was a ball on Everett Johnson. He's got 2 runners in scoring position as DeSantis goes to the windup and misses outside, 2-0. Scoreless through the first 3 innings and 3 runs by the Tigers in the top of the 4th inning. 2 of them on a Tino Vassell double. And now the Potters threatening here in the bottom of the inning with runners at first or second and third and 2 outs. Johnson takes her right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Johnson hits one deep to left field. That ball is way out of here. Everett Johnson says, I'm going to tie this game, and hits one to left field that got out of here quickly and paralyzed the outfielder. They just stood there, and Johnson ties it up. It is now 3-3. Gives him 7 RBIs on the season. And the Potters break through here in the 4th. And we're going to get a pitching change, it looks like, from the California Tigers. So we'll take a little bit of break. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning, and we are all tied at 3.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
You are Laborers Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind.
New pitcher is Daryl Johnson out of Miles College. He will take on Ryan Villanueva to start us off here, actually to start his stint off. 2 outs, 3 in for the Potters, and we're tied at 3 here in the fourth. And it is a ball, 1-0. Miles College is in Fairfield, Alabama. So Daryl Johnson, the second pitcher. DeSantis exits after 3 2/3 innings, and that is outside. Just 2 hits by Johnson, but he walked 3. That is high and inside, 3-0. And struck out 2. So Daryl Johnson, now the pitcher of record for the California Tigers. Got a 3-ball and no strike count on Ryan Villanueva, who flew to left field his first time up. And he takes a strike. 90 miles an hour from Daryl Johnson. That fastball catches the outside corner, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A game that was scoreless through 3, and then both teams scored 3 times in the fourth. Potters may not be done here as a 3-ball, 2-strike count on Villanueva. Zach Story to follow. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. So Johnson comes all the way back, gets the strikeout to end the inning, but the Potters put 3 up on the board. We'll go to the 5th, all tied at 3.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
New ball game, top of inning number 5. Mark the Phantom Low along with Riley the Engineer. Willie Preston just announcing that is the Farmers' 5th inning. So if the first batter in the 5th inning, which is Chase Christensen, makes an out, half off Farmers beer for the entire inning, and you could do that at home as well. Take the beer of your choice, make it half off. If they can get Chase Christensen, who has struck out and grounded to shortstop, out for the 3rd time. Russell Pettis out on the mound, now tied at 3. The right-hander out of Elk Grove sails the pass ball up and in. It's 2-0 on Chase Christensen, who comes to us from Hawaii Pacific University. Great crowd out here tonight, Tuesday night at McBean Stadium. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And again, as I always say, Riley, a very mobile crowd. People moving around all the time. There's not a lot of static. Maybe when you get to the 8th inning or something like that, it kind of quiets down. But right now you've got the soccer club selling 50-50s. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. People coming back from the food court down the third base line with Sabores de Mexico and the Potter's own food stand, and also Fat Cat with our buddy Bill, the great Bill. He's just the great Bill. To the right of shortstop, off the glove of Story. Picks it up. He will not get him at first base. It's an infield single for Christensen. But the way that Willie has it, if Christensen is forced out at second or tagged out stealing or something, it still is going to count as out, so it still will be half off. Spencer for Hire has just come in and collapsed on the couch as Nate Kujawski, who was our pregame guest, goes out to talk to Russell Pettis. Potters do have a right-hander working out in the pen. Nate says sometimes he'll go out there and not even talk about baseball. It's like it might be Tyler Hutchinson who is warming up for the Potters, but there's a meeting going on at the mound, and Nate is holding court. The umpire again says, hey, I had to break up the other guys. I had to break you up too. As Noah Cantor, who has tripled and grounded to shortstop, will be the batter. So Cantor comes up here out of UOP. As Hutchinson continues warming up down the line. Looks like Adam Paniagua is catching him. Adam with a massive home run yesterday, or Sunday, up in Humboldt. Willie said it went onto the freeway and hit a car, which is, you got to get something for that. Hopefully nobody was injured, of course. But that's a pretty prodigious blast. I don't know if I mentioned the Everett Johnson, 107 miles an hour off the bat, which is the fastest home run of the season, eclipsing Tristan Russell was 105, Ty McGraw 105. That is back to first base. Adam Paniagua had 395. That's the farthest. This one by Everett Johnson, 392 to left field, the one that tied the ball game in the 4th. He hit it. It was hit so hard and so far that everybody on the field kind of just froze. But here's Cantor up here with a 1-ball, no strike count. He went around, the ball got away, and going down to second is Christensen. So a strike on the hitter, but Christensen moves down to second base. It'll be a pass ball. 5 hits in the game for the Tigers. Eli Garcia is going to go out and say maybe there's a foul ball situation or something like that. Umpire's going to call everybody together. So Eli must have brought up a pretty good point to get all the umpires together. Didn't bring them together for long. And whatever issue it is has been resolved. Cantor goes back to the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next game for the Potters here is Friday night, 4th of July. Hopefully you have your tickets already for that one. Always a sellout. The fireworks. Going to be a pretty decent evening. I think high 80s at first pitch. 6:05 first pitch since it's a fireworks night. A very pleasant evening at the ballpark as we take on the West Coast Kings in Pacific Empire League action. Swing, and that ball gets away after swung and miss. Goes back to the backstop. So two very curious swings and misses. The ball gets away from the catcher both times. Ends up with Christensen over at third base. Maybe a little cross-up happening. I'm not really sure here. 1-2 now on Cantor. The lead run, the potential, or the go-ahead run is Christensen at third base. Check swing, did he go? I don't think so. Was it a strike? I don't think so. Just a little bit outside, low. 2-2 now on Cantor. Nathan Leffel will follow him, the second baseman. Breaking ball's chopped out to second base. That'll get the run in as Griffiths will have to underhand it to first. So Cantor will pick up an RBI. Christensen scores the go-ahead run, and the Tigers are back on top, 4-3. And with one out here in the fifth inning, we're going to get a pitching change. Eli Garcia going out to the mound, so we'll bring you the identity of the new pitcher right for a short break as the Tigers take a 4-3 lead.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Back here in the top of the fifth inning, it's Tyler Hutchison on the mound for your Potters, relieving Russell Pettis, who went 4 1/3 innings. Gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of them were earned, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. Tyler making his 9th appearance of the season. 11 innings, 14 hits, 4 runs, 15 strikeouts, 7 walks, a 3.27 ERA. No wins and no losses for Tyler Hutchinson out of Roseville, California. And Sierra College. He's facing Nathan Leffel, who is singled and struck out. Lions one foul. Scatters the third base coach down there. At least he didn't try to catch it. That would have been a bad move. He just got it out of the way. Well done. Duarte Guzman is on deck, the first baseman. One out here in the fifth. The Tigers have grabbed the lead back. They lead it 4-3. That one right down the middle, fastball. 87 from Tyler Hutchison, and Leffel. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's in the dirt. 2-2 now. That one's lifted down the left field line, out of play. And Spencer for hire comes through with 2 pieces of pizza for Riley, which means Voldemort went and got pizza and didn't get any for Riley, and Spencer does. And so they'll swap spots on the intern ranking. Voldemort back to his customary cellar, his customary place in the basement, outside. And Spencer for hire going up to number 4. I don't know, that was a lot to ask Riley. He had the look of a very haunted man, Spencer for hire. Those eyes had seen unspeakable horrors, or else he just worked a lot. That's why it would have been nice for Voldemort to take over, but he got his own pizza. That is outside, ball 4. And then had the audacity to say, well, my pizza broke apart, so I shouldn't be blamed for it. That was very weak. So Alon Duarte Guzman, who has flied to left and reached on a fielder's choice. He scored a run in this one, the left-handed hitter out of Cosumnes River College. Has Leffel down at first base. Tigers back on top 4-3, top of inning number 5 from McBean Stadium. That one is right down the middle for a strike. A lot of activity on the grassy knoll down there. Looks like there's some sort of athletic contest going on down there. Kid's a little bit too big for the bounce house, and so they relocated to the grassy knoll as Guzman takes outside. Alec Nava, the third baseman, in the on-deck circle for the California Tigers, who scored 3 times in the 4th and now once in the 5th. Inside, a breaking ball pops away, and going down to second base is Leffel. That's a wild pitch on that one, and breaking ball bounced in toward the back foot of Guzman. But the Botters have given up 2 pass balls and a wild pitch in this inning, critical to the run scored by Chase Christensen to put the Tigers on top. That's a lifted foul down the left field line. Even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Riley going with the cheese pizza. He's made that. His discovery was that underneath the pepperonis, the pizza wasn't right or something. We'll have to get your theory on that. Maybe you've already given. I don't know. Fastball, call strike 3. 6 strikeout for Potter's pitchers, and with 2 outs now and a runner still at second base, it's Alec Nava who struck out and singled. Alex scored a run back in the 4th inning. Couple of nifty plays at third and a 1-for-2 night for Nava so far. Griffiths coming over toward second, trying to keep the runner close. Breaking ball stays inside, 1-0. Misses outside and high with that fastball. 86 from Tyler Hutchinson. 2-0 now. Tino Vassell with the big 2-run double back in the fourth inning. He is on deck. Line drive up the middle, base hit, center field. Coming up is Cole Eaton. He's going to give the throw to the plate on a hop in time. Tag made. Did he get him? He did. Great throw by Cole Eaton. Great tag by Ryan Villanueva. And out at the plate for the third. Out of the inning is Nathan Leffel. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Tigers 4, Potters 3.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Bottom of inning number 5, Zach Story will lead us off, then Brett Griffiths and Cole Eaton, who made that incredible throw to end the top of the 5th inning and get Leffel at home plate. Story grounded to third his first time up. Darrell Johnson, now the pitcher of record. He's got himself a lead here, the right-hander out of Miles College. Came on and got the Villanueva strikeout in the 4th inning after the Everett Johnson home run. Grounder foul down the third base line. Around the league, only one game in the PEL, but it's a big one. West Coast Kings are warming up for that 4th of July game against the Potters. They went to Solano, and they lead Solano in the bottom of the 8th inning, 18-4. Mudcats with 6 errors in that game, and the Kings with 15 hits, and they lead at 18-4. Elsewhere, Healdsburg 18-0 over Pleasanton Jacks. The CCL Showcase team is leading Medford right now 2-1. And Humboldt and Marysville are scoreless. That is in there for a strike. 0-2. Sails the fastball up and high. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 88 miles an hour from Darrell Johnson. Anthony DeSantis went the first 3 2/3, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 2. Gave up the 3-run homer to Everett Johnson, and 2 of the 3 runs were on via the walk, or both base runners on via the walk, and then Johnson with the home run. Just the second hit, Potters with only 2 hits in this game. Story chopped it down the third base line, foul. Griffiths in the 3rd inning with a single, and then the Johnson 3-run home run. Everett's first of the season, and pumped his total up to 7 runs batted in and 4 runs scored. That's a high fastball. Two and two now. Top of the order on deck, Brett Griffiths. And that's called strike 3. Second strikeout in a row for Daryl Johnson. And with 1 out in the 5th, Brett Griffiths, the leadoff man, comes to the plate. He has walked and singled so far. Playing at second base for the Potters today. Came in at 225. Singled in the hole back in the 3rd for the first hit at the time for the Potters. And the only hit at the time for the Potters. And then Johnson with the home run in the 4th. That's an off-speed pitch down the dirt, 1-0. Noah Cantor behind the plate. Nava at third, Vassal at short, Leffel at second, Guzman at first, Radler, Christensen, and Drake in the outfield for the California Tigers, and Daryl Johnson on the mound. Griffiths hit that one up in the air. Right side is trying to get out of play, and I think it will. And it does. Hands on top of the tarp. 1 ball and 1 strike on Brett. Does have a home run this season. Outfield pretty much straight away. Slightly shaded into right center is Christensen. But straight away and left and right, and medium deep against Brett Griffiths. Not too much sun problems anymore as we're after 8 o'clock here. Griffiths takes a nice breaking pitch, but it missed the strike zone, so it's 2-1. A lot of movement on that one from the right-hander out of Miles College. Cole Eaton will follow. Griffiths pops it up, is in off the hands, coming on. The pitcher calls for it, now the first baseman, and now they're going to run into each other. They're going to call, I don't know how you call interference with the guys in foul territory. He ran into Guzman. Hopefully Guzman's okay. That's not the problem. It's foul territory. Where is he supposed to go? There's nowhere he can go. He didn't know where the ball was. I don't agree. Maybe by the letter of the law, that's what the call is, but I don't agree with it in this case because he's in foul territory and he's got to run somewhere. Again, big deal. We hope Guzman is okay, as it looked like he ran into his left hand, the wrist. So it's the second out of the inning for the Potters, and Cole Eaton will be the hitter. Trainer going out there. That's Cheyenne Varga. Goes out and makes sure it's a situation you could jam a wrist really easily there. As it looked like the pitcher was calling for it and calling for it and calling for it, and then the last moment he got out of there, and Guzman moved over to get it in foul territory, and Griffiths was running right there. So, I mean, if I was the manager, I would be out arguing that one myself. You want to make sure the guy's okay first, and then I'll start to argue. But say we're getting a talk with the other manager who was making sure his guy was okay, which I'm going to allow that. So here comes Cole Eaton, as Willie and I were going to protest. Oh, they're going to make sure that Guzman can catch and throw, which is nice, and he is. Bad situation for Brett Griffiths and not anywhere else for him to go. Foul territory, he didn't know where the ball was. So here's Eaton, who was grounded to third and popped to second. Actually, he hit the ball into short right field, and a great play by Leffel, going all the way from second base into foul territory by the bullpen for the out back in inning number 3. Nice off-speed pitch, drops in for a strike from Johnson. 0-1. Jason Hansen to follow if Cole Eaton can get something going here in the 5th inning. Johnson delivers high for a ball. Two and one. Cole out of Elkhorn, Nebraska, Texas Christian University. Has a 2-ball, 1-strike count, 2 outs here in the 5th. Swing and a miss at the fastball. 89 from Darrell Johnson. Sails that one high, so it goes full on Cole Eaton. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 231 coming in with an RBI for Cole. Johnson needs to tie the shoe on 3-2. I had the great Stones McCoy coaching first base on that play. I'm sure he would have been involved in an argument. Swing and a miss. So good inning for Johnson. 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. We go to the 6th. Tigers on top 4-3.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Top of inning number 6 from McBean Stadium. Tigers leading this one 4-3. They'll send their shortstop, Tino Vassell, up here, and then Lucas Drake and Jimmy Radler against Tyler Hutchinson, the second pitcher for your Lincoln Potters. Russell Pettis went the first 4 1/3, went 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. There's a strike right there from Hutchinson. Vassell has struck out and had a 2-run double back in the 4th inning. Tino out of USF. Takes the ball down low, 1-1. Potters coming off a 3-game series up in Humboldt. They won 1 of those 3. The last one, big 14-1 win on Sunday after losing an extra innings on Saturday as that one sails outside, 3-2. So they are 5-4 in PEL play and continue that on Friday against the West Coast Kings, who are having their way with the Solano Mudcats. That score right now is 18-6 in the top of the 9th inning. So 2-2 on Tino Vassell. Strikeout victim in the 2nd, and then a double in the 4th. Later scored in the inning as well. Fastball just misses, 3-2. Line foul outside of third. Back into McBean Park. We had a big Little League All-Star game going on behind us earlier. Made parking difficult, Riley. I know you parked early with your big undercover fed car. But some of us had to park, down a side street. Hit up the middle into center field, a base hit for Vassell, his second of the day. So he's at first base to start off the top of the 6th inning. That is the 7th hit for the California Tigers, and Lucas Drake will be the hitter. Out of Sac City, he has reached on an error and fly to right field. That's sliced foul by the Potters dugout, so it's 0-1 on Lucas Drake. He's followed by Jimmy Radler. Both bullpens are quiet right now as we have Daryl Johnson and Tyler Hutchinson on the mound respectively. Throw over to first base. And back is Vassell. First call for cowbells. So I will pick up my cowbell, still in the original packaging, so it will be valuable in several years. All these suckers who take it out throw to first base. Now it's closer, and did they get him? No, they didn't. I was looking at the field umpire because I'm used to having 3 umpires for a non-league game here. It's a luxury here. To the plate inside for a ball. 1-1. That's fouled off. So it's 1-2 now on Lucas Drake. 7 hits for the Tigers. Vassell with 2 of them, and he's got 2 with the RBI. Creeping off at first. There's the pitch. It's fouled off. Thought it might be taken off, but stays put as that ball is fouled out of play by Lucas Drake. Just a really great crowd out here on a Tuesday night. Taco Tuesday, Brews Day. A lot going on, of course. Swing and a miss, throw back to first base. The tag applied, but he's back in there. We know Villanueva likes to throw the ball. He told us that earlier in the season when he was player of the game. Way back on May the 30th. And he almost got Vassell right there, but Tino back ahead of the tag, and that'll bring up Jimmy Radler, who is our Dueling Dogs batter. He has flied to right and reached on an error. One of 2 Potters errors so far. Adler lines it right at second base. Oh, one short hop by Griffin. Gets it barehanded, underhands to first for the out. Going to second base is Vassell. Thought for a moment it might be hit hard enough that Brett could get it on the fly, but he came in and did the short hop swipe. Kept it in front of him, plucked it out of the air, and gunned it to first base. Here's Connor Smith, the pinch hitter. Number 31, Connor Smith will be batting for Murphy. So Smith batting for Murphy. Murphy 0 for 2 while he was in there. Connor Smith out of Santa Clara University making his first appearance with 2 outs and 1 on here in the 6th inning. Potter's getting some bodies up and moving down their bullpen. Tigers quiet for now as Daryl Johnson has come in and done a good job. Retiring all 4 batters he's facing, 3 of them by strikeout. Smith takes a strike. Top of the order, Chase Christensen to follow if Smith can keep it going here in the top of the 6th for the California Tigers. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. Call strike 2. 0-2. Watches that one down low, 1-2. Look at Spencer down there carrying stuff for somebody else, smiling, acting like he's having a good time. That's tremendous work. Fastball call, strike 3. Hutchison gets his second strikeout of the inning. Pitches around an opening single by Vassell. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers 4, Potters 3.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of inning number 6. Potters trail at 4-3. They'll send up Jason Hansen, Aiden Chang, and Braden Sharp against Daryl Johnson. We have some defensive changes for the California Tigers. They bring Jimmy Radler in from right field. He'll play third base. Alec Nava moves from third to second. Nathan Leffel moves from second to first. And Connor Berkovitz will take over in right field. Daryl Johnson on the mound, and Jason Hansen at the plate. He has walked and struck out. He takes inside for a ball. So here's Hansen, 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball is outside, 2-0. $1,144 in attendance tonight. That's a tremendous number any day, but for a Tuesday, it's fantastic. Thanks to the Potter fans for supporting as that pitch goes outside, 3-0. Hansen has 18 walks on the season already after walking in the 4th inning, and he's 3 balls and no strikes here in the 6th inning. Tremendous support by the Potter fans, and even if they're fans of the Tigers, that is in there for a strike. Still counts. You got nothing against the Tigers. They're a formidable, a worthy foe. Spencer comes. I got to ask Spencer if he's okay. He's been running around. I know he's tired. Ball 4. Hansen gets his 2nd walk of the day. First base runner against Daryl Johnson and brings up Aiden Chang, who's grounded back to the pitcher twice. Ty McGraw is going to bat for him. So Ty McGraw Ty McGraw is hitting. He is hitting .448 this summer. 2 home runs, 29 runs batted in, 26 runs scored. So just a tremendous summer from the native of Gardendale, Alabama, and Troy University. Hopefully Mom Tracy is watching. All the people in Gardendale, all the Gardendalians are watching as Ty comes up to the plate here in the 6th inning. And he takes outside for a ball. Maybe we'll see Jason Hansen move out to right field and McGraw come back in at first base in the top of the 7th, but that's for another time. McGraw lifts one foul down the third base line and out of play, so it's 1-1 on Ty. Braden Sharp scheduled next for the Lincoln Potters. They do have someone out loosening up in the bullpen. That one is right down the middle for a strike, 1-2. Hansen at first, nobody out here, bottom of the 6th. Potters scored all 3 of their runs in the bottom of the 4th on an Everett Johnson 3-run home run. McGraw watches that one go outside, 2-2. Everett's first home run of the summer. So 2-2 on Ty McGraw. Outfield straight away and deep against Ty. Hits it to right field and hits it good. Look up, look up. Goodbye. Ty McGraw hits one to Gardendale, and the Potters take a 5-4 lead. Home run number 3 for Ty. He gets the RBI total over 30 now with 31. The pinch hit home run. Who's the manager that made that call to bring up Ty McGraw? He jumped all over that pitch and hit it over the right field fence. Let's see what Luke Stowalker says. 355, 106 miles an hour. So another really velocity-wise. We had Johnson 107, McGraw 106. And now the Potters lead at 5-4, and here's Braden Sharp. He pops it up left field side out of play. He has struck out and lined out. So Braden is 0 for 2. Outside with the fastball from Johnson. 1-1. Braden's followed by Corey Williams, Potters left fielder, making his debut tonight. In the dirt for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's fouled out of play. It's Taco Tuesday. It's Bruce Day. I think it's no doubt. It's Gwen Stefani night. 2 no-doubters. The first one out of Everett Johnson was to left field and froze everybody. That one, the right fielder Berkovich turned around and started to go, but he knew it was futile. And it was a no-doubt home run from Ty McGraw, so a pair of them tonight. And the Potters scoring all 5 of their runs on home runs, lead at 5-4. Inside. 3-2. Scoreboard has put the 2 runs up in the 7th inning, which is Kind of creepy that they know in the 7th inning they're going to score the 2 runs when they've already scored 2 in the 6th inning. That's lifted left side, giving chase to third baseman Radler, but it's out of play. So it's 3-2. We'll do it all over again. Ty's home run, 19-degree exit angle. Everett Johnson's earlier were 23 degrees. Swing and a miss. Sharp is down on strikes. First out of the inning, and it'll bring up Corey Williams. The soccer club is here to do their 50-50 drawing. Corey has flied to center and walked, scored a run back in the 4th inning. Johnson on deck. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Hard to see who's warming up for the Potters down the pen. I assume we'll see somebody. Hutchison has gone basically 2 innings now, relieving Russell Pettis. Ball 2, 2-0. Anthony DeSantis started for the California Tigers. Daryl Johnson came on to relieve him in the 4th inning. Fastball misses inside. 3-0 now on Corey Williams. Got the strike right there, 3-1. Umpire making sure everybody knows it's 3-1. As that's part of his job, I suppose. Takes it, call strike 2. Another part of his job, to call that call strike 2. If the occasion warrants it, that is. So it's a full count now on Corey Williams. Swings and misses. Comes all the way back from 3-0 to strike out Williams. 2nd straight strikeout. And 5th overall for Daryl Johnson. And here's Everett Johnson. Coming up here, he flied to center in the 2nd, then hit the 3-run home run in the 4th that tied the game, at least momentarily. Tigers later took a 4-3 lead, and then McGraw untied it, or put the Potters back on top, rather, with a 2-run pinch hit home run to make it 5-4 here in this 6th inning. And now here's Johnson. Potters with just 3 hits in the game, 2 of them are home runs. Johnson swings and misses at a breaking ball. Potters have scored 5 runs. 3 of them got on base via the walk, and the other 2 are the guys that hit the home runs. The only other hit they have is Brett Griffith's single in the 3rd inning. Ryan Villanueva in the on-deck circle. Johnson lays off that one. Same kind of pitch. Swung at the first one, laid off the second one. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Daryl Johnson out of Miles College in Fairfield, Alabama. Johnson takes that one. That's a beautiful pitch. It drops in for a strike, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 6th. Potters have grabbed the lead back. They're on top, 5-4. Fastball wild. 2-2. Johnson out of Sonoma, California. headed for UC Davis. Breaking ball misses inside. Been moving him around, been changing speeds on Everett Johnson. We've got 3 balls and 2 strikes now in the third baseman. Villanueva waits his turn on deck. That one is called strike 3. So a 2-run home run, then 3 straight strikeouts. We go to the 7th inning. Potters back on top, 5-4.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Top of inning number 7, Potters on top in a back-and-forth game, 5-4. Bobby Always Ready Remedi is the new pitcher, making his 11th appearance. 11 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, 17 strikeouts against 5 walks. He does have a save on the season. He'll be facing the top of the order. That's Chase Christensen, then Noah Cantor, and Nathan Leffel. Christensen has singled, grounded out, and struck out. He takes low and outside for a ball. Hutchinson, an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. As Remedi misses outside, so it's 2-0. Bobby out of Folsom, California, and Benedictine University, Mesa, according to my sources. Chopper back up the middle. That'll get into center field for a base hit. So Christensen has his second hit. A single up the middle. Hit number 8 for the California Tigers, and brings up Noah Cantor. The catcher has tripled, grounded to short, and had an RBI ground out to second base back in the 5th. So he is 1 for 3 with an RBI. That one's high to left field. Down the line, giving chase. Potters, and it's out of play. So Jason Hansen did move out to right, which means Ty McGraw is at first base. Very good. Thank you very much. McGraw hit for Aiden Chang at the 2-run home run, and now it's taken over at first base, moving Jason Hansen to right field. There goes the runner, but the pitch hits the back of Noah Cantor. And the Tigers have something going right away here in the 7th with 2 on and nobody out, and Nathan Leffel at the plate. Leffel has singled, walked, and struck out. On deck is Connor Berkovitz, who went in the lineup in right field, but in the batting order spot of Guzman, who is in the 4th spot. So here's Leffel. Takes a fastball and it's down low. 85 from Remedi. 1-0 on Nathan Leffel. Out of Los Medanos Community College down in Pittsburgh. Potter's playing for the double play here. Remedi fakes the throw, but there's no one standing there, so his fake has a little bit less clout than you'd think. Not the sense of urgency you'd hope. Williams in left, Eaton in center, Hanson in right now. Johnson, Story, Griffiths, and McGraw in the infield. Behind the plates, Ryan Villanueva. And Remedi on the mound delivers a strike. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing that one outside. So Remedi ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes with Christensen at second and Cantor at first. Grounder foul down the first baseline over by the Potters dugout. Nate Kajowski, the Potters pitching coach, our pregame guest. Good talking to Nate. His ties go deep back to Sierra College with former Potter manager Ryan Stevens and played with Eli Garcia and went way back. Now he's the pitching coach. There goes the runners. It's a ground ball foul. So Leffel stays alive. Struck out in the 1st, singled in the 4th, then walked in the 5th, was thrown out at home. After Navas singled, he was thrown out by Cole Eaton from center field on a perfect one-hop throw from Cole. Another ground ball, another foul ball down the first base line. Berkovitz next, and then Alec Nava for the California Tigers. As we've got a frenzied onrushing of cowbells, and so I'll put mine. Yes, it is a little muffled, Riley, because of it's in the original packaging. I keep telling you, that's how I keep the value of it up. Out to shortstop, Story flips it to second. Griffiths to first, double play, Potters. Needed it right there and got it. Moving to third is Christensen. It's the 6-4-3 on Nathan Leffel. And now with 2 outs and a runner at third, Connor Berkovitz will come up for his first appearance at the plate. He is out in right field for the Tigers, and he is out of Los Medanos Community College himself. Taylor-made double play there on a nice hop to Story. He flips it over to Griffiths, who has plenty of time to get Leffel at first base. That's in there for a call strike to Berkovich, making his first appearance. Guzman was 0 for 3, did score a run while he was in there. The first baseman out of Consumers River College. Had a tremendous defensive play as well. Berkovich swings and fouls it off, and then fouled it again. Fouled it off, it came back, and he fouled it again, which you don't see every day. You see it sometimes. He's going to go over and talk to the first base coach. He'll say, how did you do that? How did you get the ball to bounce down and bounce back again? Berkovich, I do it all the time, coach, no problem. Riley, there's a massive snow cone. It's a yellow one. What did we decide? Right down there. That's a Riley-sized snow cone right there. I think so. Don't put down other people's snow cones, man. Pineapple, I think you might be right. Willie would love that. He loves pineapple. They have like 7,000 flavors at that shaved ice place. It's tremendous. Whether you call them snow cones or shaved ice, it's still tremendous. Christensen over at third, an 0-2 count on Berkovich. Hits it high and deep to left field. Hopefully for Potters fans it's foul, and I think it is. Berkovich got all of that one. Just couldn't keep it fair, or else it would be the Tigers back on top 6-5. So we'll do it again, 0-2. Chopper at the shortstop. Story has it. Sets himself across the diamond at first base. Good defensive inning for the Potters. Remedi gets out of it. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 7. Potters are stretching. They lead at 5-4.
You are Laborers Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Bottom of inning number 7, Potter friends all stretched out, so Ryan Villanueva will start us off, then Zach Story and Brett Griffiths against the new pitcher, and his name is Carter Miles. Delivers a pitch which is swung on and missed. Carter is out of Sac City College. Big right-hander, takes over for Darrell Johnson, who went 2 1/3, 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Gave up just the home run to McGraw and the walk right before it, but was very impressive and struck out 3 straight after the home run. So I would say a good outing for the right-hander out of Miles College. And Carter Miles, no connection to the college, is the new pitcher, and he delivers a strike. 0-2. Villanueva is flied to left and struck out, so Ryan is 0 for 2 in this one. That one misses down low, so it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. 9th strikeout for Tigers pitchers. And that'll bring up Zach Story, who was grounded to the 3rd and struck out. Final from Solano, the Kings beat the Mudcats 18-6. Grabbed themselves a PEL win. The Kings will be in town Friday, 4th of July, to provide the opposition for your Potters. 6:05 first pitch on the 4th of July. If you've got tickets, make sure you're out here by then, or you'll miss the start of the game, basically. And if you're watching on the YouTubes, Lincoln Potters Baseball, Stones Broadcast Networks. 6:05 is our first pitch. Rally usually goes live about half an hour. I'll try to get somebody up here to interview him on Friday. Maybe Eli, maybe somebody. We'll see. Maybe somebody with the, the Independence Day spirit or something. I'll find somebody. Maybe Willie Preston. Who knows? He's usually pretty busy on the 4th of July. We'll find someone. Spice up the old pregame. Chopper out toward shortstop, cut off at 3rd base by Radler. Over to 1st, and he got him. That's a nice play by Radler, who moved in from right field to take over at 3rd base for Alec Nava, who moved over to 2nd base because Nathan Leffel moved over to 1st base. It all makes sense when you say it that way. Brett Griffiths coming up to the plate. He is walked, he is singled, and he was out when he ran into the first baseman trying to catch a pop fly in foul territory, which I still don't understand, back in the 5th inning. Am I bitter? Perhaps I am. Grandma gives me cookies, okay? I'm going to take his side. That one's lined to left field and caught out there. No, he misses it. Goes all the way to the fence. I thought that Drake had it, and Griffiths pulls in at 2nd base. Boy, he hit that ball hard, too, off the bat. So Griffiths picks up his 2nd hit of the day. One of the hardest hitting balls. We had a home runs, 107 for Johnson, 106 for McGraw. That one was stroked pretty hard by Brett Griffiths. He is at 2nd base with 2 outs, and Cole Eaton is the hitter. He is grounded to 3rd, popped out, and struck out. Eaton takes inside a breaking ball from Carter Miles. Potters trying to add an insurance run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Probably get a new pitcher, I would think. We have warming up. We have at least one Potter throwing down in the pen. Outside with a fastball from Miles, 86 from Carter. 2-0 now. If Eaton reaches base, then Jason Hansen would be next. That one, it looked pretty good, but it's down low. Yep, down a little bit low, 3-0. Tell you, we have the TrackMan up here to kind of, has the strike zone, and this umpire has been really good today. Very, very good on balls and strikes. 3-0 coming up. Outside corner for a strike, 3-1. Eden out of Elkhorn, Nebraska, Texas Christian University, up here for his 4th time. In a game the Potters lead by 1 at 5-4. That one is right down the middle, so it's 3-2. Miles taking his time, checking in with Noah Cantor behind the plate. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. Off-speed pitch on the inside corner, so Eaton is down on strikes. 1 hit in the inning, no runs for the Potters. We go to the 8th inning. It's Lincoln 5, California Tigers 4.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Top of the 8th inning, our new pitcher is Dawson Raddick, making his 13th appearance. 14 innings, 14 hits, 5 runs, 15 strikeouts, 9 walks, a 3.21 ERA. And Alec Nava is the batter. Alec is 2 for 3 today with a strikeout in the 2nd and a single run scored in the 4th and a single in the 5th. Fouls that one back to the screen. And sometimes it helps to beg. As talking about not having an interview on Friday, or talking about looking for one. And then what happens? I get a text. I don't get a lot of texts because no one knows my number. Because, nobody talks to me. It's the great Ryan Stevens. He doesn't even say great Ryan Stevens. He just says Stevens. Grinder out towards second base. Griffiths on a hop. Will go to first for the out. So 1 out here in the 8th inning, and I'll bring up Tino Vassell, who's been a thorn in the side of the Potters with 2 hits, including a 2-run double back in the 4th inning. And he'll come up here against Dawson Raddick. So he just calls himself Stevens. Phantom, it's Stevens. I'll hang out with you. I cleared it with Riley, so unless I get a better offer than the great Ryan Stevens, first ballot Hall of Famer at Lincoln Potters Hall of Fame, which I'm trying to start, then that is going to be the guy. Just show up around 5:30, Stevens, and we'll figure it out. That is outside for a ball. Riley would rather do it at 5:45. Remember, it's a 6:05 first pitch, Riley. Riley goes live around 5:35. Maybe we'll just do it at 5:35. What do you think about that, Riley? I'd be okay with Riley. Why do I argue with this guy? Swing and a miss. He just gives me shrugs, rolls his eyes, stuff like that. Anyway, we'll be talking to the great Ryan Stevens Friday before the game, and maybe we'll persuade him to hang around for an inning or two. Not any more than that. That's just a little bit inside. Looks like Drew Kirby is warming up in the Potter's pen, perhaps to throw the 9th inning. 6'6" right-hander out of Cookeville, Tennessee. Fouled back to the screen. That one got close. That one got close to the camera, and then no static at all on that one. As the Steely Dan would say, FM, no static at all. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one misses badly outside, 3-2. Riley, you know who Bob Dylan is? Is what now? Yeah, it sounds familiar. Yeah, I watched the Bob Dylan movie. Timothy Chalamet, you know who that is. You don't know who Timothy Chalamet is? He's like your age. Okay, well, so out of Bob Dylan and Timothy Chalamet, you might have heard of Bob Dylan. There it's called strike 3. Raddick gets him. I thought you'd know who Timothy Chalamet was. I had my doubts about Bob Dylan. You know, the guy's like 84, so, I mean, he was famous 60 years ago. I mean, he's still famous, but he was first famous 60 years ago. It's a pretty good movie. Here's Lucas Drake. And he'll take a ball outside, 1-0. That's hit sharply into the hole, left field, the base hit. So Drake has his first hit of the day. He's on for the second time. He reached on an error back in the second. That is hit number 9 for the California Tigers, and it'll bring up Jimmy Radler, who started out in right field and is now over at third base for the CT, California Tigers. Radler from Cosumnes River College. He chops it foul down the first base line, scattering a couple of Potters over there. We are in the top of inning number 8. Tigers went out to the 3-0 lead. Potters tied them up. Tigers went out 4-3. Then Ty McGraw with a pinch hit 2-run home run to put the Potters ahead, and that's where we are. That one misses high and outside. 1-1. Radler's followed by Connor Smith, who hit for Murphy last time, and we're assuming that Connor took over the DH spot from Brendan Murphy. Raddick inside with that one, 2-1. Dawson out of Gretna, Nebraska. Still undecided according to my roster here. He's had a really good summer for the Potters. Like we said, it's his 13th appearance already. He got a call strike right there. He has a save, 3.21 ERA, which is really impressive because when you're not throwing a lot of innings, you get one bad outing or one bad inning, and it really throws the ERA off. But Dawson's 14 innings in the book. That is down low for a ball. 3-2. Drake will be going from first base with 2 outs. In fact, Ty McGraw is going to back off and not hold him. So Drake will get a tremendous jump. Don't mess with the Drake. Love the Drake. There he goes. Line drive at shortstop. Zach Story for the out. Hit it well, but right at Story at shortstop. We go to the bottom of inning number 8. Potter still leading by 1. Bottom of inning number 8, Potter's on top by 1. Adam Smaglick, the new pitcher, wearing number 37 out of Sac City. He is the 4th pitcher for the California Tigers. Carter Miles went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and struck out 2. DeSantis went the first 3 2/3. Then Darryl Johnson 2 1/3, or 2 1/3, and then Miles, and now Smaglick. He'll face Jason Hansen, Ty McGraw, and Braden Sharp here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Friday night, it's the Potters and the West Coast Kings, 4th of July, 6:05 first pitch. Fastball is inside. Ryan Stevens, our pregame guest, sometime around 5:35, 5:45. You're going to just have to listen right then to find out when Ryan Stevens is on, because we're not going to tell you. It's going to be right around that time, though. Riley just rolls his eyes and yawns at me. That's in there for a strike. I still can't get over the fact that you will not park your car in the parking lot, but when you drive your mom's car, you'll put it in the middle of the parking lot. That seems to be a betrayal to me. Fastball side. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Maybe I think you put your mother in a little bit more respect than that. Put her up on a pedestal, perhaps. Don't put her car in harm's way. Again, maybe that's just me. Maybe it's a different time. Of course, my mom, I remember driving my mom's car. It was so, that thing was so huge. It was like a Lincoln or something. It was like 2 blocks long. You couldn't park it. There's no way to park the thing. Just had to find a field near where you were going and put it in the middle. 2-2 now on Jason Hansen, who's walked twice and struck out. Takes high for a ball, 3-2. Ty McGraw on deck. Hit ball well into right center field. Giving chase is Christensen. And it's past him to the fence, and Hansen will be motoring into second, thinking about third, but stopping at second. Jason really hit that ball hard. That's the 5th hit for the Potters, and it'll bring up Ty McGraw. So McGraw, who came up back in the 6th inning and hit a 2-run pinch hit home run to put the Potters ahead, is up there again, as Smanglik's going to have a talk with his catcher, Noah Cantor. McGraw's home run was his 3rd of the season. He now has 31 runs batted in and 27 runs scored. Left-hand hitting McGraw against the right-hander Adam Smanglik. And he delivers a high fastball, 1-0. 85 from Smanglik. McGraw out of Gardendale, Alabama. Goes into the crouch. I heard Stones the other day talk about this crouch like it was the Daniel Susac crouch. I remember the Daniel Susac crouch. That was a major league crouch right there. Ty's still working on his. Low and inside. Does the same thing, though. Of course, Susac, Ty's a big guy, but Susac's like 6'4", 6'5". Ty, I think, is 6'2". Well, 6'3". Okay. All right, well, maybe I'm splitting hairs a little bit there. Potters could use the old insurance run here as they lead at 5-4. We're in the 8th. McGraw hits it in the hole into right field for a base hit. They're going to see if they send. No, they're going to hold Hansen, and probably the right idea is coming up with it is Berkovich. So McGraw delivers his 2nd hit. Hansen goes to 3rd. 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and Braden Sharp is the hitter. Used to be Tennessee, now it's Rice University. Sharp with a line out and 2 strikeouts here as we have a meeting at the mound, and don't think they have anybody warmed up for the Tigers, but must have, because it looks like somebody's coming in. We're going to get a new pitcher here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It looks like. Let's don't go crazy on that, Riley. I know I like to go to break, and then they don't take the pitcher out, and then you look bad because no one blames me. All right, maybe I look bad. Okay, it's all right. Don't worry about it. No, I think we're going to stay with what we got here. They're probably going to tell the guy, why don't you warm up instead of just going straight in the game? That's not a bad idea. So Sharp comes back to the plate after all of that chatter. Berkovich with came in on that base hit quickly and got the ball back into the infield very quickly. And Hansen, I don't think, was going to be sent anyway. So here's Sharp. Takes outside on the fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. He's followed by Corey Williams and then Everett Johnson for the Potters. Sharp takes outside again. That went up to 88 for Smanglik, but couldn't find the strike zone, so it's 2 balls and no strikes. Sharp fouls it back to the screen. Got one he wanted. Came straight back to the screen. Missed our camera, so that's good news. 2-1. Braden out of the Woodlands, Texas. Same as Connor Doucette, the big right-handed pitcher. Two-one on the way. Foul back to the screen again. A little bit higher on the screen, but still basically the same thing. 2-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Hansen at third. He doubled to start the inning, and then McGraw with a single. Sharp fouls it back. He likes that part of the screen. That's the third one in a row that's hit right around there. Pops it out of play. Doesn't hit the screen that time, though. So much for consistency. That one goes over the top of the tarp all the way back out toward the street. So we stay at 2-2. Carter Miles on the mound. Braden Sharp at the plate. Hits it sharply out towards second. Short for one. They're going to try it first, but Sharp's all the way through. Scoring from third base is Hansen. That's an RBI fielder's choice for Braden Sharp. Gets himself an RBI. McGraw is out at second base. Sharp now takes his place at first. 1 run in, 1 out, and Corey Williams the hitter. He has flied to center, walked and struck out in his debut. 0-4-2, has scored a run. That was back in the 4th inning for Corey out of Elk Grove, California, and UC Davis. We're in number 15 in his debut here for your Lincoln Potters, who now lead at 6-4. There goes the runner. The throw to second by Cantor is too high and to the wrong guy. He was trying for the shortstop, got it to the second baseman, and Sharp will steal it. So he is at second base, picked up his 4th RBI of the season there on the fielder's choice. Puts himself in scoring position for Williams and for Everett Johnson, who will follow Corey. That one's fouled off a screen behind us, or behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. There goes the runner. The pitch is hit out to center field. Christensen has it. He can throw to second, get the double play, and he does. So running on the play was Sharp. He has doubled off at second base, but the Potters score a run. We'll go to the top of the 9th. Potters lead this one 6-4.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Top of the ninth inning from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low, Riley the Engineer. Potters up top 6-4. It'll be Drew Kirby, 6'6" right-hander out of Cookeville, Tennessee, making his ninth appearance. 7 in the third inning, 7 hits, 3 runs, 11 strikeouts, 5 walks, and a 3.88 ERA with 1 save. He's trying to get number 2 today. He delivers a fastball to Connor Smith, and it's outside for a ball. Smith came on for Murphy back in the 6th inning and struck out in his only appearance after Murphy was 0 for 2. So Smith out of Santa Clara leads us off, and then Chase Christensen and Noah Cantor. 2-0. Kirby right around 89 miles an hour. Potters nobody warming up. It's up to Kirby here. Line drive down the left field line. That is a foul ball. Smith got a good cut at that one. Just had a little bit of a hook on it. And it's 2-1 on Connor Smith. Kirby from the stretch. Fastball misses inside, 3-1. High fly, left field. Going back is Williams. Still going back. He won't have room. Home run, Connor Smith. So a 2-run lead becomes a 1-run lead on one swing of the bat by Connor Smith. And that'll bring up Chase Christensen. So Smith makes it 6-5, and that'll bring up Christensen, who has singled twice, struck out and grounded out. Chase out of Hawaii Pacific University. Takes a breaking ball inside. Struck out to open the game and then grounded out in the 3rd, but then singled and scored in the 5th and singled again in the 7th. That one's popped up. Short center field going out as Griffiths. And he'll make the catch for the first out. So first out in the books here in the 9th inning, and Noah Cantor, who has tripled, grounded out, and been hit by a pitch, is at the plate. He has an RBI from a 5th inning ground out and tripled back in the 1st inning. Hit about halfway up the fence right at the 314 sign, right on the line down in right field. But was stranded there. Comes up here, it's a 6-5 ball game. 1 out in the 9th. Swings and misses at the breaking ball. Healdsburg with the big win over Pleasanton tonight. $18-0. We've already said the Mudcats fell to the West Coast Kings 18-6. Kings will be in here on Friday, 6:05 first pitch. Medford came back and they took care of CCL Showcase 11-2. That is high for a ball. Humboldt Crabs pulled out a win 5-3 over the Marysville Giants. So that gets you caught up on action around the PEL or with PEL players or teams. That's a swing and a miss. Potters and the West Coast Kings Friday, and then the Potters and the Healdsburg Prune Packers in a big 3-game series next week. Tuesday and Thursday will be here at McBean Stadium. Tuesday, $2 general admission. Thursday, $1 beer. Not all beer, but they'll be pouring $1 beer. 1-2 now on Cantor. Lifted high, right side, giving chase to Potters. It'll probably be out of play. Ethan Liao has taken over in right field from Jason Hansen, and he got it all the way to the fence out there, but the ball was not within reach even for Ethan. And it is still 1-2 on Cantor. Nathan Leffel on deck. So Kirby on the mound with Villanueva behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Noah Cantor out of UOP. Did he go? Yes, he did. The tag is applied. Out number 2 is recorded, and it's up to Nathan Leffel. Cantor wants him to look at first base. The first base, his umpire says, I'm making the call on my own. And the strikeout is recorded, and here is Leffel. Leffel has struck out, singled, walked, and hit to a double play, so he is 1 for 3. Sails the fastball outside, 1-0. Connor Berkovich on deck in case Leffel reaches here. And he's got a 2-ball, no strike count. Connor Smith opened the inning with a home run to left field to cut a 6-4 lead to 6-5. And a pop out by Christensen, the strikeout of Cantor. And now Kirby is 2-0 on Nathan Leffel. Swing and a miss, soft speed pitch. Two balls, 1 strike. Hit sharply down the first baseline foul, and that's 2-2. Do we have a last strike guy in the house? We do not. Probably saving it all for 4th of July. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 9th. Potters lead by 1. Trying to nail down win number 21 of the season before they return back to PEL play on Friday. The chant is going, the clap is going, the stomp is going. We got it all working out here. 2-2 pitch, sails high, 3-2. I kind of like the stomp. They had the stomp going, the clap going. Riley, are you okay over there? Okay, he's fine. Now he goes. Chant, the chant is working. The chant is working. 3-2. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. That's the ball game. Kirby gets the save. Potters get the win. Our final score is 6-5. We're back with our postgame with our Raising Cane's player of the game. Here's a hint. If you hit a 2-run home run to put us in the lead and go for 2 for 2, you're probably going to be the player of the game. We'll talk to Ty McGraw right after this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
And now it's time for our Raising Cane's Player of the Game interview. Right here on Stone's Broadcast Networks.
Welcome into Potters Postgame, our Raising Cane's player of the game after a Potters 6-5 win, Mr. Ty McGraw. Ty, welcome back, my friend.
Thank
I knew
you,
you'd be back, and you made it back today.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
kind of a day you didn't expect to be back because you
No.
weren't in the starting lineup. But before we talk about today, I want to talk about Sunday. You guys went up to Humboldt, the big road trip. Dropped the first two games. Saturday's an extra inning, so it's a tough one. Then you come out Sunday and really put on a great show, pitching and hitting. Win that one 14-1. How much did that mean to you guys coming back with that win in your pocket?
Absolutely. Dropping the first two sucks,
Yeah.
But putting it on them felt a little sweet. The bus ride back home was a little bit better. So those windy roads and being car sick, God almighty, it was bad. But it was a little bit sweeter, putting it on them even after losing those two games.
Yeah, you guys came out and you choose the bats. And then tonight you're out here and you're not in the starting lineup. And I want to ask you, so you're in – did they talk to you? Does Eli or anybody say anything like we might use you, off the bench as a stick later or take the night off, dude,
Yeah,
everything's fine. Tell the family not to watch the broadcast.
Kind of.
Everything, we're off. Put your feet up.
Yeah, we were hitting BP before everybody got here, and he goes, just settle in today. You're going to have off day, no league play or anything. And I was like, all right, awesome. I come in there with my moon boots on, my turfs and everything, and he goes, hey, if this thing gets out of hand, I'm going to need you to get hot. And I was like, all right, sounds good. I mean, I always keep your mental right, so I got down there and stretched a little bit and put the weight on the bat and threw it around a couple of times and got in a big spot and put it on him.
Well, I said you and Everett tonight with a couple of no-doubters. His home run went about 390, I think, and he hit it, and everybody kind of froze on the field.
Yeah.
And then you come out and just as much, I think, 106 off the bat to right field. So, I mean, do they feel any differently? That's your third home run of the summer. They feel any differently? Sometimes a little bit sweeter. How do they feel?
Yeah. Definitely when you're down, putting one over the
Yeah.
fence that you know's a no-doubter, it helps a little bit. It's a little bit more sweet. Watching it fly and watching the boys get hype over there it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, everybody's pulling for everybody else. And then your second at bat later in the game, you moved Jason over from second to third, which came up huge because he scores on the fielder's choice. So you didn't get the RBI, but you kind of got part of the RBI.
Yeah, a little 3-4 hit. It's not bad. Not bad.
Making good contact. So now we look to Friday. Now Friday, I got to warn. I'm sure that everybody's warned you already. I mean, Lincoln is unlike any other place in summer ball, but 4th of July in Lincoln. Has anybody talked to you about 4th of July?
Yeah, I've heard. You wake up early, you get ready for a parade, and you walk around for a little bit and touch some little kids, have a little fun with them, and get out here. And Ray's told me there's 3,500, 4,000 people might show up. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I got a bat Ray gave me that. He said I gotta get ready to use. You'll see it. It's got a little stripes and the stars on it, the red, white, and blue. It's pretty cool.
That thing going to be up for auction afterwards? I might have to make
I
a
don't
bid
know.
on that
yeah,
guy.
He might have to put it up here. Maybe.
That's crazy. Okay, so last thing. You're looking at the barrel of the season, 10, 15 games to go, whatever it is, all PEL games. What's your mindset going forward?
Hitting the barrel. I know I talked about it a lot last time. Staying consistent. I know I've succeeded a lot here already, and the fans are a big contributor to that. But staying on the barrel, keeping everybody locked in, getting ready to go, and getting the body feeling good.
Well, let me ask you one more, because I remember last time you were here, you talked about getting ready to go back to Troy, and you got a big guy ahead of you, at first base, but you just want to get there and contribute. How do you feel that's going? Is everything so far in the summer working out the way you wanted it to?
Absolutely. Going through surgery right before I got to Troy, and them kind of telling you, hey, like, you just take this year off, get you a little med red, and play behind this guy that he's a stud. I talked about Blake.
Right.
Yeah, he's the guy down there, and putting one foot in front of the other, getting better every day, taking ABs. I'm doing what they want me to do, and they've shown me some love. Takes me every now and then and telling me to keep it up. So it's going good. Hopefully I can fight for a big spot.
Ty, it's always a pleasure. You
Absolutely,
know that.
man.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
player
brother.
of the game, Raising Cane's player of the game. Ty McGraw, the 2-run home run and a single, 2 for 2 in the Potters 6-5 win. We're back with more after this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Welcome back to our postgame. Our thanks to Ty McGraw, our Raising Cane's player of the game. He was 2 for 2, hit the 2-run home run that put the Potters ahead, and then was instrumental in getting that insurance run across the plate in the 6-5 win for your Lincoln Potters, improved to 21-5 on the season. As we talked about, now we go straight on PEL play starting on Friday against the West Coast Kings, 6:05 first pitch. But do want to mention Everett Johnson, who broke out with a big 3-run homer in the game. He was right there for player of the game, his first home run of the season that tied it up at 3-3. Also, Brett Griffiths with a couple of hits, and Tyler Hutchinson was our winning pitcher in relief of Russell Pettis. So the Potters pick up the 6-5 win. Now they look ahead to Friday. As we said, 6:05 first pitch. The pregame conversation sounds like it's going to be with former Potters manager Ryan Stevens, so you want to tune in early for that. For Mark the Phantom Low, for Riley the Engineer, Willie Preston, and all the interns, Potters win this one 6-5. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Too much, it's in my head, so I'm shaking off the rust, and you got no trust, it's in